Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 43 of Kerbal Space Endeavour. And as you can see in the bottom right corner of the screen, I'm still on version 0.25. The release of Kerbal Space Endeavour, Kerbal Space Program, was on Monday, and I've been messing around with it a little bit, and I really do want to play it, but I am stuck with this save and with this version, so we're just going to continue on with this one. And let's just hop right back into where we left off. So here we are back on Layeth with the Karl Seagan Station, and as you can see, production is going well. We're getting food, water, and oxygen, even though it's telling us oxygen is fairly low, but we are producing more than enough, and we have enough. And we have our colony logistics hub, we have our little port right there where we can build planes. The only problem is we have to find some resources. So we need to find some carbonite. Unfortunately, the best place for our base that I found here is also a spot where there's little to none, or just very little carbonite. I think it's about 100 per mil or something. And we want to have something at least over 1,000. So we will need to build a baby behemoth, and yeah, we'll just gonna go and get to it. Now, what you see here is a 16 times faster version of me constructing a baby behemoth. Now, if you're wondering why I'm calling it a baby behemoth, is the fact that if you are new to the series, you probably don't know what the original behemoth was or is, because I haven't used it in a fairly long time. Or I didn't really show that I was using it because it was rather tedious just clicking through it. So through the MKS mod, I have the Colony Logistics Hub, which is the main part there in the middle, which allows me to send resources from one Colony Logistics Hub to another once it is still in the same area of influence, so sphere of influence of a planetoid or planetary body or moon or whatever. However, the original behemoth was a lot bigger, and it is stationed at a carbon-rich area around the Carbon Center, the KSC. And yeah, this baby behemoth is being designed for Layeth, but somehow, as you can see right there, things don't always go to plan, and there are some needed adjustments before we can actually test things as they are meant to work. As you can see right there, things blow up, go down, and nothing really works, and I'm not going to go too much into detail because I'm rather, tedious process. But people were interested in seeing some things that I've been building and how I'm designing them, even though it is fast forwarded. I hope I did what you were asking for. But let's move on to the next thing. And the next thing is, of course, building it back on Layeth at the Karl Seagan Station. Now let's go to the spaceplane hangar and look for the baby behemoth. Where's B? Can I even spell the alphabet? Yes, I can. There we go. And yeah, we have quite a bit of things to build here. Wow, okay, that's quite a lot, and that's going to take a while. Let's better, I don't know this. What can we do? I think there's only one Kerbal right now within the production facility, and somehow this thing keeps moving and bouncing around. I don't really feel too comfortable about this, so okay, yeah, crew hatch, come on. Crew hatch. There we go. Yeah, there's only, was it? Only one of them in there, so we're gonna have to find the other one, and I'm pretty sure I left him here and the other module, and there we go, transfer, and we'll move him over here. Alright, now we need to start seeing if there's anything being no, actually the mission from Eve has quite a bit of time until then, so we're just gonna go fast forward until our baby behemoth is done. So, we're gonna watch the world turn, as it seems. Yay for warping. I can't wait for 1.0 when I actually get to play it, because then you have the ability Warp 2 as stock in the game, and you do not need the Kerbal alarm clock anymore. However, I still am missing the Kerbal alarm clock from the main game. I think it is a necessity and it should be put into the game. So far it has not been. So doing a lot of things at the same time is rather difficult, and yeah, I'm hoping they're going to implement that in future updates. So yeah, explosions. Yay! As so often, I seem to have an issue when using extra planetary launch pads, or for the matter, doing anything off-planet, as it seems. Bugs, bugs, bugs. You know, we've got them. We're selling them. Okay, so yeah, that didn't work for some apparent reason. It just wanted to explode, and I don't really know why it wants to explode. I mean, I've never really built anything bigger on one of the ground extraplanetary launch pads, and maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't really know, but we're just gonna have to do a quick load because I don't really want to bother with exploding things. And yeah, somehow loading takes a really long time. A really long time. Oh, hey, here we go. I thought it crashed. Which it also seems to be doing quite often, I must add. Okay, Karl Seagan Station. Okay, now this time the launch pad is gone? Or underground? Or what's going on? Yeah. Alright. What is wrong this time? Is it still done? Can we wait, what? Nope, time warp doesn't fix it either. So, oh, look at that. Things are trying to float away and, oh, look, it's all bouncing around. Marvelous. Oh. Oh, explosions! Yay! Oh boy. Wow, I don't really know what to say. I just... this is actually quite exhausting. And once again, I need to stare at a loading screen. So this went wrong a couple more times, so I thought I'm going to have to come up with a new solution. So I designed a new launch pad that I want to add to this base that I think is going to work perfectly for things that I want to build on the surface. So yeah, let's go build it and hope for the best, I guess. So once again, the time warp. There we go, there we go, there we go, and we're done. Let's finalize the build. Yes? Maybe? No? What? Now it's gone? What the? Okay. So yeah, if you remember, while descending towards Layeth, somehow our little construction platform kind of twisted and never really got back into its original place. So yeah, things are being built not in a horizontal way, for the matter, and that causes some issues. Once again, it seems like I am really unlucky with this, and I thought I had come up with such a great design that I don't really know. And now Infernal Robotics is not responding anymore, and okay, and things are kind of bouncing around, I guess. What did I do to deserve this? Reload! I say reload. Now, maybe this time we'll get to see if this works. I don't know. Once again, forever we're going to late the endless amount that are these loading screens. Unfortunately, I put this, or unfortunately for you, I put this into the game this time, or this video, simply because I wanted to show how annoying it sometimes became for me just doing things with this particular save. So yeah, Now let's go in and give this another try. Okay, and there we go again. We're gonna wait. This time I changed something a little bit, so the construction is actually a little bit crooked, and that way it should come out hopefully a little bit more horizontal-like. Nope. That messed it up even more. But hey, this time I actually get a release button. Hooray! Oh no, explosions. Oh, damn. So let's try this again, I guess. Okay, and finalize build. Wow. Instant explosion. Yeah! So much joy and fun. Oh, and it flies off. Oh, glorious, glorious, glorious. Sarcasm off. Next try. Once again, with a little bit of time warp. There we go. Now let's finalize the build again. Maybe the 50th time is the charm. Well, it looks a little bit better, I guess. It's still stuck halfway on the ground, but hey, it's something at least. And hey, there we go! It released itself off the ground and oh, no, no, no. And it falls on my base. It's all about the base, the base, the base. No singing this episode. And yeah, so I have something new to fix. Hooray! And now with a little bit post-editing, I moved the crane around, and now I'm going to attach it here, and hopefully, well, if it wants to attach, but it's a little bit high up, and well, the only way to get up there long enough to click it, I had to use the jetpack, or I call it jetpack because we're on the surface and it's not really an EVA suit, I just call it a jetpack. And my solution once again is trying to save the day with my wonderful designed crane, which saved me ever so often. However, yeah, it is not heavy enough to draw the entire thing away, so with a little bit of tweaking and moving about, it still doesn't want to go free of the base. And yeah, so next attempt is we're going to have to drive over it actually. No, actually this is still my attempt here, trying to pull it somewhat away. So now that I can move over here and then drive underneath of it. I'm really happy with the design that I came up with for this crane. It really saved me a lot of times, but unfortunately, as awesome as it is also flawed. And yeah, too many buttons to push and turn, and yeah. I wonder if they're ever going to implement infernal robotics or anything similar into the core game. I mean, they added so much this game. The aerodynamics that I've tested, oh, I love the new aerodynamics. They're so much better than near or far or anything else. It's a lot of fun playing with it, as well as the new fairings. I mean, we already had procedural fairings, but now they're in the stock game, and I must say they do work a lot finer and smoother, I think, than the mod itself. But yeah, let's go back to the game here, where I actually made it and got this thing up, or the way I want it up. Now, as you can see, my plan was to have like this little I don't know, what would you call it, bridge thingy? I don't really know. And the point of it is that it has the construction pad underneath. So whenever I design my craft, I just have to flip them around in the VIB and they should spawn the right side up, and I should have no trouble with the ground whatsoever, because I have these two MKS modules on each side. I could then activate dampeners and anchors, and things wouldn't be flying around and moving about. And I even added some rails on the side so I can extend it and make it higher or lower, so things don't spawn up so high in the air and things don't explode. And yeah, that's pretty much the idea that I came up with. And yeah, now I'm just gonna have to drive it all to the other side. Unfortunately, because I only have a one spot where I'm attached to the craft, it kind of wants to rotate, which is rather unfortunate. And yeah, if I ever come up with a design again, I'm probably gonna use docking ports again instead of magnets and the parts from... Ah, God, my brain's not working anymore. Too many things at the same time. Life is stressful. It really is, and it never gets easy. Come on, brain, keep working with me, keep working with me. Kerbal detachment system. There we go. Kerbal detachment system. I've got it. See, brain is still working. A little bit slow, but it is working. So yeah, accidentally, I actually attached the whole thing, and I didn't want to have it attached just yet. I wanted it extended because it's an expanded tube. So I released it again. And somehow things are starting to go a little bit weird once again. So once I extended this, as you can see, it's kind of bent down here, and I'm trying to move the rails, and the front rails that are more close to the Karl Seagan Station are not really responding the way that they should, and as you've guessed it, disaster ensues. So I'm trying to put, once again, this expanded tube onto my base and see that it docks at the right port, and there we go, at least it does it this time. But yeah, this time I unplug it and I think that I've got it, but somehow I don't. And I actually misclicked and released the entire thing from the base again, so now comes a bad part. I do have to run over and attach the cable again to the little bridge construction thingy, whatever. Just gonna call it that. You guys know what I mean. And yeah, so now I have to get up there and attach that damn thing again. Now, haha, this time I was smart enough before, because I knew something like that was going to happen. I started getting these ladders in position so I could get up there. Now, as you might see as I'm climbing up there, something's a little bit off. And as you can see, the rails are not really where they're supposed to be anymore. And I'm having trouble of getting up the ladder. Wonderful. Now, if you see this episode, this is just a small insight into what most of my recent episodes have been like, and why I'm having such trouble making new episodes. I mean, not only I was gone for 2 weeks now, I was not even in the country because I was on vacation. But yeah, it's just rather annoying and tedious to just get anywhere. I mean, all that you've seen so far was over 4 hours of gameplay once again, and I didn't really got anywhere. I just built 2 things and then tried to put them together, and honestly, I mean, I just at this point I didn't really think it was fun anymore. I think it was just tedious at the time. Usually I'm just listening to music and try to record this at the same time and try to chill, but I don't know, this particular episode was not fun at all to really record. But yeah, that's just the way it is. Now, we could continue on watching this here, but unfortunately, as you can see right here, things go from bad to worse, and it just doesn't really want to work. And as you see, I mean, I've placed it down and it's still crooked. I have no idea why, but it still is. And what I was still trying to do here, I wanted to save the magnet, because if I've left it, it counts as debris, and then debris gets discarded after a while. So the only option I had was carry it over, attach again, and so forth and so forth. But let's continue on when I actually try building something with this new awesome added addition. Now, as I said before, I actually have to turn the craft around in the spaceplane hangar for it to being built the right side up when I build it on lathe. So yeah, back here, as you can see, things are already twisting and turning in a ever so wonderful way that I don't want it. But yeah, hey, here's the craft, and that is, or was, the idea of how I was going to spawn this. And it disappears. Okay then, let's build it again. Is it going to stay? Is it going to disappear? disappear. Okay, I guess it disappeared. Yeah, I'm trying, pretty much getting out of ideas here, but hey, hold on. What is this? What the? Okay, I guess that thing spawned way in the air, and, yeah, I think Karl Seagan Station is about to explode. Or so it seems. Or no, it actually lands on the side. Wonderful! That's the way to go if I ever want to go, is with a big bang. Oh, okay, so I have no idea why this is happening, or how this is happening. It's just too many mods, too many problems, as it seems, or I don't know. Really weird. And oh, hey, there's another one that is stationary. It's not moving. When I time accelerate, it is still not moving. Okay. This is rather weird and, yeah, actually making me angry. It is making me angry. Okay then. What can I do now? Okay, let's try to get out here and... Wait, what? White? What? Black screen? Oh, come on. Again? Another crash? Seriously, this is driving me crazy. Okay, so here comes the really bad news. Unfortunately, I cannot play this save file anymore. It just is way too frustrating, and I actually want to play this game because I want to be happy and have fun, and that's why I made this little flag right here to say goodbye to this series. I mean, there's a lot of other things we can say goodbye to too. We have the Eve mission, so I guess we can switch to that mission as well and have these Kerbals say goodbye. So this was just now Barfin and Wilgus Kerman, and yeah. But the bad news is, as I said before, oh look, there's the Eve mission, and yeah, that was on its way home to Kerbin, and who do we have here? Billy Bobbery, and yeah, a lot of other guys as well. Not really that interesting because none of them have skills. And wait, what? What? Why? What? How? These guys were on their way back to Kerbin, so why are they now circling the sun, or actually on a trajectory into the sun? Yet another reason why I want to get rid of this save, just simply because things like this tended to happen, and I just didn't want to go always back and try to fix things and reload and then replay for a couple of hours, and it is just frustrating. Really, really frustrating. So yeah, what else can we check in with? All the wonderful crafters we've been sending out into the void, and we're probably never going to see their final destination, or for the matter, their final mission being completed. Yeah, so this will be an involuntary restart of the series. The question remains, though, oh, there's the Julian mission. My next series, I can restart with 1.0. I'm going to restart with 1.0, but a lot of the mods that I would like are not yet up to date. So what I can do is that I can wait until they are up to date and then start playing a new game with maybe a different set of mods, maybe a lot less mods, and then start up a whole new series. Hopefully, maybe I can even better myself with more cinematic view, I guess, with more camera angles and maybe even a better cut or something like that. And or I could also just do a stock game without using any mods whatsoever, just cranking up the difficulty to as much as I can bear, and then see where I'm going from there. And what you're seeing right there is the Duna mission with the lander and the, just the manned mission. And even the little rover that was supposed to drive around and transfer fuels to the atmospheric explorer, which you guys have seen a teaser of a while ago. I think that was like 2 months ago. Jesus, time's running. Seriously running. Yeah, the Atmospheric Explorer Mark V. And yeah, so it's either we as a group, let's just say we as a group, you as the viewers decide how you want to see any future episodes that I'm going to make. I mean, yeah, there's many options, just you guys give me some feedback, and I'm really sorry that I cannot continue this series anymore. It is just life sucking out of me, as it seems. And yeah, so I would like to thank all of you for who have been watching and enjoying this series. Thank you for the support and the comments, the feedback, and all of the good stuff. I will be back with more Kerbal Space Program and just a different matter. So what you guys suggest, I will take into consideration, and then I will have to make a choice on how I'm gonna handle this. Nevertheless, one last time, I'm going to say it. Thank you guys, and stay tuned for more episodes. My name's Antilles.